Alright, dim the lights a little. And if you have headphones, put them on. Because this story isn't just meant to be heard, it's meant to be felt. I'm not going to tell you the exact name of the place, because even now, when I try to find it on a map, it's like it doesn't exist anymore. But it was somewhere in the United States. A small, almost forgotten town. At the very edge of that town, there was an old house. An abandoned house. And tonight, I'm going to tell you what I saw inside it. That night was unusually cold. My friend Jake and I had planned to shoot an urban exploration video for YouTube. Our channel was new, and we thought, if we explored a haunted abandoned house, maybe it would go viral. Jake said, "Bro, this place has stories. People go in, and they don't come back." I laughed. Perfect. Exactly what we need. We had no idea. That decision was about to become the biggest mistake of our lives. We arrived around 11 p.m. The moment I stepped out of the car, I caught a smell, old, damp, and something like decay. Standing in front of the house, I hesitated for the first time. 2 stories. Broken windows. Walls stained with dark patches. But the strangest thing, there were no trees around it. Everything else nearby was green. But nothing grew near that house. Jake turned on the camera. "Alright guys, tonight we're entering one of the most haunted abandoned houses in America." I stood beside him, but my eyes were fixed on the front door. It was slightly open. Had someone gone in before us? Or did something inside open it? We stepped in. The moment we crossed the threshold, a cold gust hit us, not from outside, but from within. Dust-covered floors. Old furniture. Peeling wallpaper. Everything looked normal. Except for one thing. The house was too quiet. Unnaturally quiet. Like, it didn't allow sound. Jake whispered, "Bro, you feel that?" I nodded. "Yeah, something's off." And then, from upstairs, a slow, steady sound. Drip, drip, drip. Like water falling. Jake smirked. Probably a broken pipe. I didn't respond. Because there hadn't been running water in this house for years. We started climbing the stairs. Each step creaked. Crack, crack, crack. It felt like something was counting our footsteps. At the top, we found a long hallway. Dark. Narrow. Doors on both sides. And at the very end, one door, half open. That's where the dripping sound was coming from. Jake said, "Let's check it out." I don't know why, but something inside me screamed that we should leave. But we didn't. We pushed the door open. And my hand went cold instantly. It was a bathroom. And from the sink, not water, blood. Slowly dripping. Thick, dark red blood. Pooling on the floor. Jake zoomed the camera in. "Oh my God, is that real?" I stepped closer. My mind wasn't working. I reached out and let a drop fall onto my finger. Warm. It was warm. Then suddenly, a voice behind me. Soft. Cold. "Help me." I turned. Jake froze. No one was there. Again. "Help me." Clear this time. Someone was inside the room. Jake whispered, "Did you hear that?" I nodded slowly. Then, in the mirror above the sink, something appeared. Behind us, a girl. We both spun around. Nothing. Back to the mirror. She was closer now. Her face visible. No eyes. Blood covering her mouth. And she was staring directly at us. Jake screamed, "Run!" We ran. Down the hallway. Toward the stairs. But the house had changed. The door we entered through, gone. Every door, shut. Every path, different. I gasped, "Bro, we're stuck." Jake shook his head. "No, no, this can't be happening." Then, footsteps behind us. Slow, deliberate. Tap, tap, tap. We turned. She was there. At the end of the hallway. Smiling. She spoke slowly. "You came, just like he did." I stammered. Who are you?" She replied, "He killed me In this house. Then she pointed at Jake. Just like him. My heart dropped. What did she mean? Just like him. I looked at Jake. He was silent. Too silent. Jake, what is she talking about? He slowly turned to me. There was something in his eyes. Something I had never seen before. He said quietly, I told you, this place has stories. My body went cold. Jake, what did you do? He smiled. A cold, cruel smile. Not me, but someone like me. Then he pulled an old knife out of his bag. I stepped back. Jake, stop. He said, years ago, someone brought a girl here. She trusted him, just like you trusted me. Everything started to make sense. Jake, you set this up? He shook his head. Not exactly. I just continued the story. Behind him, the girl was getting closer. She whispered, he needs to pay. Jake looked at me. And you are the witness. Then suddenly, he lunged at me with a knife. I dodged, started running. But then, she appeared in front of me, blocking my path. She looked straight into my eyes and whispered, don't run. He can't leave anyway. I turned back. Jake had stopped. Fear in his eyes. He shouted, why is she looking at me like that? She turned toward him. Her voice deepened. Terrifying. Because you've been here before. Jake froze. Remember? Suddenly, his expression changed. He dropped to his knees, clutching his head. No, I didn't. She stepped closer. Flashback. And everything shifted. I saw it. A memory. This same house. A girl. And a boy. The boy was Jake. He was leading her into the bathroom. She was smiling, trusting him. Then, a flash of steel. A scream. Blood. I shouted, Jake, you did this. The vision vanished. Jake trembled. I don't remember. The girl whispered, you made me forget too. Then she reached out toward him. Now, you remember. Suddenly, Jake screamed. His body convulsed. Blood started pouring from his eyes. I stumbled back. He collapsed, screaming, until he went silent. The girl stood still. Then she turned to me. I couldn't move. She said, you're free, because you didn't know. And then, she faded away. The house fell silent again. I stood there alone, Jake's body on the floor. After a while, I found the door. This time, it was there. I walked out. I never went back. But here's the worst part. Later, I found out Jake had been reported missing 2 years ago. The police report said he entered an abandoned house and never came out. So then, who was with me that night? And the real question, who did I actually walk into that house with? Stay quiet for a moment, because if you ever stand in front of a house like that, and the door is slightly open, just remember, it's open for you.